Yes, Mr. Neville, I'm aware. I'm aware we haven't won a game since the Norwich game. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know it's been almost 2 months, but uh, yes, I have been applying for other jobs. Do I want to stay at Salford? Hello, welcome back to another episode of Grassroots to Glory. We're back today with some Salford. We haven't moved club, but as you heard in the intro, Mr. Neville's asking questions now. He's seen that I've been looking at other jobs. He's not happy. He's not best happy at all that I've been looking at other jobs, but you can see the recent form. Things have gone down the toilet, basically, at Salford. We haven't won since the Norwich game. We had the whole of February and we're done most of March now without a single victory. Things aren't going very well here at Salford right now. But of course, as always, if you're joined the series so far and you haven't already, get down below right now. So that red button saying subscribe, press that right now. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 500 subscribers. And of course, give the video a thumbs up. So today, we play Leicester in the league. And Leicester are another team that are challenging for Europe. They're currently in 5th. We've dropped down to 8th in the league now. Of course, we haven't won a game in quite a while, so we're starting to drop off a little bit. In 8th, Man City still below us, so Spurs are still below us. We're kind of hoping jobs might come available there. Newcastle as well on the rise now from that relegation zone, so there could be possible jobs coming up in the summer. And we're kind of hold out now. Basically, we're going to have today's game against Leicester and the final game of the season against Tottenham Hotspur. We could very well get the Tottenham job following this. Brendan Rodgers is there right now. If we can beat him on the final game of the season and confirm them getting a bottom half finish, I reckon that job will become available and we can go for the Tottenham job, rebuild Tottenham Hotspur and end the series with the Premier League with Tottenham Hotspur. Did you hear that laughter? Yeah. Maybe? Who knows? Who knows? But we're going to see today. Obviously, let's go through the results first. So, after that Norwich game, we took on Chelsea, a 3-1 defeat against Chelsea. And that ended the month there thinking, right, we can go into the FA Cup now against Bristol City. It's the Bristol City side who are 9th in the Championship. And we lost 4-2. We pulled them back later on with Silver and Bergwijn, but it wasn't enough. We had a bit of a rested team for this one, and it didn't really go to plan. A 4-2 defeat. And since then, Bergwijn started to find a bit of fun getting some goals. But again, a 2-2 draw against Brighton, who are right in the relegation zone. Brighton are currently sitting 17th. A draw against us really helped them guys out. Losing to Liverpool, a draw against Leeds. Again, these are teams, like, it's been a weird one. Leeds are a team who are around the sort of same place as us now, in 7th, just ahead of us. So there's a big game for them, a big game for us. We couldn't get the 3 points there. And then we lost to Newcastle and we drew against Southampton. Yeah, it ain't going very well at Salford right now. Obviously, Newcastle are a team who were struggling for relegation. They beat us. So they're out of relegation because of beating us. So that could have been a possible job for us if we'd beat them, maybe. They could have went and lost their manager. But it's not to be. I mean, right now, we're going back to this because I'm very much set on the end of this season. I think we will leave Salford unless a miracle happens and we get into Europe. If we don't get European football, I think we do leave. But the big question is, where do we go? Sheffield United are currently very insecure. Their manager at 20th for the league. I mean, we don't want to go down to the Championship, let's face it. And Aston Villa and West Ham are the next two. 18th and 16th. West Ham, I've been toying the idea of looking at the West Ham job, but at the same time, I'm looking at their team now, and there's no one there. I'm thinking it's much better than we've got, really. Lamptey's pretty good. Zuma's pretty good. Vlasic, Noni's pretty decent. Ryan Kent, Pedro, they're okay players. Bowen and Nikanji. I mean, the funny thing is, though, they're not the players that we know now in real life. I mean, looking at age-wise here, they're not the ones we know in real life. Veikos is leaving the club. Veikos joined them. He's leaving already, age 35 now. Then you got likes of Zuma, he's 33 at this point. Souček's 33. Akanji, he's joined them, he's 32 years of age. Hjulberg, joined from Spurs. So Dele Alli. And even Jarrod Bowen now is 31 years of age. It's a very aging squad at West Ham. So I don't think that's the one for us. So right now, we're very much looking like we're going to stay at Salford pretty much at the moment. But things could change at the flip of a coin within this save. So you never know. You never know. But for now, we're staying at Salford. The team's still pretty good. I mean, there's nothing bad about the team, really. But Fabiano's come back from an injury just recently had as well. So we'll get him in the team today. We'll go for the team selection in a moment. But it's make or break now for Salford. If we want to get European football, I mean, I think it's going to be a case of If we get European football, I stay. If we don't get European football, maybe we leave. Who knows? Let's get into today's team selection as we take on Leicester City. So here it is. Here's the side take on Leicester today. Johnson in net and Dongard, Fabiano, Barros and Davies at the back. Barros getting some more minutes over Max Kilman today. I thought we're going to mix it up. Get the young lad Barros in there. We've had him on loan for the season. He's been okay, but he probably won't stay at the end of the season. So I thought we'd get him in today. Why not? Xavier Simmons in that CDM role. He's come back from an injury. So I think we do take him out for Kilkenny at this point, really. I don't want to risk it too much, so we'll put him in there instead. Busio, Doyle, Dowers, the familiar ones, all in this attacking line now. Fabio Silva and Ricky J. Jones, who's still smashing goals in. 18 goals for him now. Fabio is kind of dropped off now. He's on 12. Still the same as the Norwich game. He hasn't really scored since then, so it hasn't been as good for Fabio Silva, but Ricky J. Jones has been absolutely phenomenal this season again. He's been flying. You see some of the attributes are starting to drop a little bit, though, now. So maybe he's going to do try and move on and get a replacement if we are here next season, but things are going well at Salford, but the big question is, do we stay or do we go? I mean, today's game could decide it, really. I lost to Leicester. Could see European football out of contention for us. I mean, we could still potentially not get top half this season. It's still very close. Man City right behind us now, 41 points. Same with Brentford, and then Tottenham on 40. So it's going to be dependent on these last few games, realistically, on what could happen this season. Obviously, we do take on Tottenham Hotspur still. The likes of Man U, Arsenal, some big teams in there to play out the rest of this season. Obviously, this episode will kind of decide what happens to European football, but the top half finish could be decided on that Tottenham Hotspur game, on the final game of the season. But for now, let's get to it. Salford versus Leicester. So here we go then. We've done a few quick changes before the match started. Silver's in that cam role. Kilman now in the defence as well. We've had a few... Obviously, we recorded that 2 days prior to this game. I hadn't realised at the time of recording. We've had 2 injuries in that time. Somehow we've had 2 injuries in training, so not great. So a few changes have been made. Obviously, Leicester sitting in 5th. We're in 8th now after current fixtures as well. So it's a must-win if Salford want European contention this season. Obviously, the aim was to finish top half this season, but now we've been there and we're in touching distance of that European football. We really want it now. So it's a must-win at this point, basically, for Salford. Look at their team, by the way. It's a very different team now for Leicester. Ian Acho is still there, though. Christian Eriksen, is that possibly in their centre midfield? I'm just wondering if it is quickly. I need to check this because it is 36-year-old Christian Eriksen now is in that Leicester team. That's insane. He's there. As Leif Davies now has a throw-in. He finds Jones, Davies, an early goal here would be very lovely. I say early goal, 23 minutes in. And Dongai, Kilkenny. It's great play here by Salford. Ball to the box now. And surely, Ricky J. Jones had the chance. He's got to finish it. Ian actually on the counter now. And it could be a Leicester highlight. As it ends there, we'll take that because it looked worrying. It looked worrying. There's another throw-in out for Leicester, though. Iheanacho, Corona, all back to the keeper he has. Livakovic smashed it off the first time. It's a great volley by Livakovic, but it goes to absolutely no one. In a blue shirt, and the counter is on now. Busio, big ball, misses out. Palmer, Ericsson with a great ping there, but possession's been lost again by Leicester here. It's Kilkenny over the top, finds Ricky J. Jones, and again, a lost possession. End-to-end stuff here, but no one seems to want to keep the ball, honestly, right now, between Leicester and Salford. And I say that, Iheanacho's throw on goal, and it's cliche Iheanacho with the lob. Oh my God, he's hit the crossbar, and Kilman boots it clear. What a chance for Leicester. The highlight's going to continue now. With Castagna, he finds Ndidi. Straight into another highlight here. It's Christian Eriksen, Ndidi. Great play by Leicester. Palmer, through and goal. Now Angelo, it's a great save from Sam Johnson. 35-year-old Sam Johnson with an absolutely cracking save. And into the corner now for Leicester City. Eriksen to swing it in. Big ball in. Oh, and Diallo sends it wide. Livakovic now with the goal kick for Leicester City. Well done by Fabiano. Leif Davies is there. He's got options ahead of him. He can probably go backwards though here instead of Doyle. Lovely pass. Nice little 1-2. Davies now down his left-hand side. Get a ball into the box. He can't find J. Jones. This could be a Leicester counter on the go here. And it's well won again. Silva, Doyle, Busio. There's options for him. He's still going. It's Busio. Silva's through and goal. It's a great goal for Augustino Silva. He hasn't played much this season, but the Camas came in here and got a crucial goal for Salford right before half-time here. It's a great little 1-2 with Doyle here. As Busio does that turn, and you see the run now by Silva through the middle of that defence. Loads of room for him. Smashes it home with his left foot past Livakovic. 1-0 Salford. Well, that was perfect. Right on the stroke of half-time. Let's praise the boys quickly before we go into the dressing rooms. Well done, boys, as we walk down the tunnel. Please, the number of shots I've had. I mean, yeah, we've had a good few shots. Straight into the second half. We're looking like the better team here as well, which is great to see. Obviously, that goal does help things, but it's a big game. We need to win as well if we want to get European football. So Leicester currently sitting in 5th, but we're still not going to be enough to get into European contention right now if I win today. So, if anything, get a few more goals, add to the goal difference. I mean, keep pushing on. I mean, goal difference wise, we're level with Leeds, both on 5, Everton on 15, Leicester on 3. So we got better than Leicester as it is. We need to keep getting goals though now, really, to make up for those few losses we've had in recent weeks and try and get the goal difference back up. I mean, it's been a whole half here, 5 minutes to go. We've done no changes. Nothing has happened this whole second half here. We can do some changes quickly. Let's get Doyle off. We'll get Simmons back in, get him some fitness. Leave Davis for Teray, why not? And then up front, let's chuck Fabio Silva off. Stevie Bergwijn. Up you go, Stevie, up front for 5 minutes. I mean, we're going to see nothing probably anyway. No highlights for an entire half here. Wow. As the game ends, 1-0 Salford. Somehow we've seen that out completely without a single highlight in that second half. That is absolutely insane. But in terms of the league table, it's pretty good for us. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff for Salford. Let's have a look at the league table now quickly. As we go through the press conference, your players are a real off a goal at the moment. Do they? I don't think they do, honestly, because we've been scoring. I mean, we've been scoring, but not winning matches, have we? But now, Salford, still in 8th, 2 points behind Leeds, Everton, Leicester. There's a big race now for that Europa League spot and the Europa Conference League. Let's see next time, just if we can get into it. So there we go. It's another episode done of Grassroots to Glory. We're on the verge of European football with Salford this season. We want a top-half finish, but we're very, very close now. The next episode will be the final game of the season against Tottenham Hotspur. Will this be our final game at Salford? That is the big question. Or will we stay and have European football with Salford next season? As always, thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next time.